Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I decided to actually start budgeting my paycheck. So every chance that I get, I'm going to start writing down all my bills that need to be paid, writing down what I'm going to be spending on food and household items and gas and stuff like that. So this month, for the week of the 23rd through the 29th, is what basically I'm going over. My paycheck for this week is $500, and I also have my son's disability, which is $967. So that basically brings my total of what I have to $1,467. Now, I don't really have that many bills to pay this week. Actually, no bills to pay this week other than my internet bill and basically just rent, which rent is basically for April 1st. So I like to get my money order and stuff with that early to get that out the way. Even though they give us till, I want to say, the 9th or the 10th of the month to get our rent in. If it's after that, then they charge a $21 late fee. And okay, let's go over what I have to pay. So I have to pay my internet bill this week, which that's only $88. And then again, I have my rent, which again is for April 1st, but I'm going to get the money order for that because they don't accept cash or like online payments or stuff like that. So we have to get money order. That's the only thing they accept is money order, and I believe checks, if I'm not mistaken. But my rent is only $324, and my rent is only $324 because I live in a low income apartment. Basically, they just go based on your rent. They go based on your what you make. So my rent is $324, and then I have $25 that I'm going to be using to put gas in my car, which my car is at a half a tank right now, so that $25 I may not even need to put in there. And then for food, I'm doing a budget of $250. And then for household items like toilet paper, paper towels, dish soap, stuff like that, I'm doing a budget of $50 because I do coupon, and it saves me a lot of money when I clip coupons, and I use coupons to get like dish soap, bleach, laundry soap, toilet paper, paper towels, soap, hand soap, like all that stuff is good to actually, I think, use coupons because you save money. That's only for people who, want to save money, or people who don't have, all that money to continue to go out and buy like dish soap and stuff like that. But me, I love going to Family Dollar. I love going to Dollar General, and I love clipping the coupons. I love doing the BOGOs on certain items and stuff like that, because I feel like if I do it that route, then I end up getting more stuff and it ended up lasting. So that's the route that I go for that. And then my total for everything that I need to spend money on, it came to $700.30, which I have right there, $730. And basically, I have $300 in my savings already, and I'm thinking of taking $200 out and putting it into my savings, so that'll have me a total of $500 in my savings. I know it's not much, but at least it's something. I really don't touch my savings like that unless it's something small that I need. Other than that, I usually just let it stay in there because I learned my lesson on just going into my savings, spending money on silly stuff. So it's like, I'm not even going to bother going into my savings unless it's something really, really important. But other than that, after I take out everything I need to spend, what I have left over is $737, which is a good amount to me. Like, I usually will take my son and go and buy him some things if, he wants a new pair of sneakers or some new Crocs or something, or if he wants a video game or like a V-Buck card or something like that, or if he wants whatever he wants. I usually just take him and, go and, let him get whatever he wants to get, seeing how the disability money that I get is for him. So I usually take some of the money, like I said, and let him get whatever he wants to get with it. And or either we'll go out to eat or we'll go to the movies. But other than that, if I decide not to do anything, like I said, I'll just take him, go and let him do a little bit of shopping of what he wants, and then whatever is left over, I'll just basically just save in my savings, or I'll just save on my card in general. But yeah, that's pretty much what bills I have to pay and like what my income is looking like for this week. Not too much going on, so like I have a pretty good decent amount left. But like I said, if I don't need to do anything, I think it's good to just, you know, save this money and just use it for important things that are needed and not wanted. So that concludes this video. So I'm gonna actually start doing this every time I get paid, because I feel like it helps. And I actually, for my food budget, I'm actually gonna write out a list, because I know in my last video, if you haven't watched it, go watch it please. I was talking about how I was gonna start making out a food list, because normally when I go grocery shopping, I don't usually do a food list. But I feel like if I have my budget of $250 and I write out my what, like, everything that I need, and I can see how much, you know, everything costs and everything adds up to what my budget is, I feel like that'll help me stick to it. And right now that's important, because I want to be able to save as much money as possible. But again, thank you guys for watching this video.